pretty much the same work, a lot of organizing with folks. I'd really like to work with you because I think you guys don't have a lot of the barriers that adults put in their heads about what things can get done and not done. And that is really great. Sometimes when I work with adults, the first things they start telling me are all the reasons why you cannot do something. And it's like, all right already, change the tape. When I work with younger people, they're very creative, and they don't go there first. They first think, okay, how are we gonna make this happen? And then along the way, start kind of figuring out what are the barriers, and try to ways to go around, and I love that. So that's the same. The biggest difference is that here, the government supports what I do. And I got every year since I worked for the city, I got an award for the work that I do. And there, I almost got killed for doing the same thing. So that's a big difference. The other thing is that here is fun. There, I always had this sense that something really bad could happen, and I had to be very careful about who I work with. Here, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about who knows that I'm gay or not either, unless they're pretty, far out there. It's pretty okay.
So, to bring up a current event, what are your thoughts on the Arizona immigration law?
Well, I think that's a piece of really, really bad in a lot of different fronts. And so the way I work policy, government policy, I have this theory that for policies to really work and be good policy, they should involve the people that are going to be impacted by it. I a lot of times see law or policies that the government does or makes or they create where the people who are actually going to be impacted or are going to have to live by that have no say on it. They just get dumped in that. And I don't think that's a good way of running a government or company or business. Like, it just doesn't work. At one point, the people that are impacted by it are either going to organize and kick you, or going to stop working, or there's going to be so much conflict and unrest that you're actually not going to be able to do your work. So it doesn't work. So for Arizona to have done that when 40% or more, they think, of the population is actually immigrant, that's crazy. They're going to have to, just the expense of implementing that is going to be more of what that 40% of the people are actually doing. So I think the Arizona government is going to be broke pretty soon. That's one thing. But the other is just the impact that is going to have to all those other folks that are just doing this without thinking. They're not stopping to think, is this really addressing the problem that we're trying to fix? They're just, reacting. And when you do that, you don't fix the problem, you create more problems. So I think pretty soon they're going to find out that not only they're going to have the same problems that they're going to have to fix. And I don't think they're going to have the same level of support to be able to address them. I wish them luck. I was in 10th grade, and then I came here for a summer. But I think if you want to learn Spanish and you're really committed to it, I think it will take you about a year to just be able to have a conversation. Just talk. I mean, you want to learn to write it and really be fluent in it. It takes a lot. I still don't think that I speak English well.
I think
I think you can.
Well,
If Put me to shame.
The way our marriage law is written, we have a separation of church and state. In Mexico, you can actually marry if you're gay and lesbian or transgender, and you can have a family, and no problem, legally. That's not an issue. But the people's mind, it's a completely different thing. There's a disconnect between the laws that we have and people's attitudes. So it's still dangerous. I still tell people every day that call me from all over Mexico about things that happen to them and how can they get out and how can they be safe. So it's a big disconnect, and I think it looks a lot like the United States in the 50s in their attitudes towards gays and lesbians. And I hope that in the next 10 years that's going to keep changing because of the work that people are doing. But still, so I think it wouldn't be that much different. But yeah, I could get mad, which I can't do here because that's so crazy. And song. Well, will you guys be up to do something with me? Yeah? Okay. So let's try this. I'll show you this. This is a clave. This is a rumba clave. So keep that going. So I actually wrote this into the first immigrant in 86. Keep it, try to keep the rhythm. La migra llegó a su casa, llegó a la puerta y no la abrió. Como él estaba asustado, se metió nomás así. Mi casa me la tiraron y le pegaron a mi mujer. Por no saber mi derecho, ay, muy mal yo la pasé. Por no saber mi derecho, ay, muy mal yo la pasé. Yo guardan no comí, no me pegan a mí. Derecho a guardar silencio, solo mi nombre voy a decir. Si no los usan, lo abusan, esto es lo que yo aprendí. Si no los usan, lo abusan, que no le pase lo que a mí. Si no los usan, lo abusan, que no le pase lo que a mí.